Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Round 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the yellow allies, we have Vindies. Spawn on the bottom left side as the orange Soviets, we have Chris. Spawning at the top left side as the red allies, we have H2OGodofWar. On the right side as the Cyan Empire, we have Berat, who chose random. Spawning on the right side as the red or blue Soviets, we have Dimon, who usually selects yellow, and spawn as the magenta empire. As random empire, we have IsMail. Got some dogs advancing forward. Do got some dogs here, and a doggy there. Will it be a dog eat dog world? Got a bear here. May find this yellow dog as well. And who's going to get the roar off? The dog gets the bark off and eats a bear. So it's a dog eat bear world. Red has a pair of dogs down here, but remember, yellow's his ally. Does get a finds the Soviet engineer there. Nice little pick. Bear does get barked on and mutual kills there, just not together. So, Empire Engineer does get the capture there. Mutual trade there on the bear. Got another Imperial Warrior advancing on forward. Over here, got Blue Bear moving down south, as well as some of these Peacekeepers. And now got this Dojo Corps advancing forward as well. First drone does see some flak fire. A handful of javelin troops there. With an Engineer, Riptide likely coming out from this seaport. And looks like the Cyan players eyeing to pull out Engineer to capture up this oil derrick. Just take out that bear there, and is trying to get it captured up. Terror drone does get snared by the Terror drone, allowing his teammate to capture up the oil derrick. And now got the Terror drone trying to snaring the Terror drone there, preventing the Terror drone to run away. And I got some shotgun blasts there. Yellow bear or orange bear coming to support yellow's forces. But now Imperial Warriors here, getting some good splash damage on those Imperial Warriors. And now the bear is heading past the Peacekeeper, but he's too distracted by shooting an oil derrick. Bear does get gunned down there, and now the Imperial Warriors will gun down the Peacekeeper. Over here, Conscript does clean up the Terror drone. And now got a red deploying out with a lot of Peacekeepers pushing his way down over to the right. Hammer tank and Conscript destroying some of these wall segments. Got these Peacekeepers and Riptides advancing on forward. It does gun down one of those Terror drones now. Terror drone's doing good, getting some good micro there, and does not destroy the Terror drone just yet. Conscript does throw the Molotovs there, but does go down. Hammer tank trying to deal with these forces. The more Riptides, the harder it is for the Terror drone to micro, and one Riptide will escape out to sea. Blue's MCV is trying to push her way down south to support Cyan's base. Now Cyan's MCV is packing up as well, and we got a good number of javelin troops here. Does get these Riptides snared, and will both be crushed by the MCV. Now got the Terror drone snaring the Terror drone. Both the Terror drones have gone down. Nice little cash bounty there by Orange. Now I've got Blue Sickle here. Needs to fleet jump and does not fleet jump. Magenta is now eyeing for forward expansion. Does have a something field up there. Looks like a multi-gun turret there. Pulls it out now. And that Sickle does go down. I believe it did do a fleet jump to dodge. This Sickle does get some good damage there. Does take out one javelin troop in time. And the Terror drone does come out and bites two of those infantry units. And now got some transport here, overrunning that multi-gun turret there. And does go and gun down the flak trooper there, trying to blow out some more walls there. Decides to up armor as well. Takes the wall segment there. And now trying to does close a gap there. That is a sentry gun. And it looks like this Orcopter will go down there. Orange's bears facing forward. Does get inside the southern transport and will be backing on off. Up north, we've got these Peacekeepers advancing on forward, and the constructor are seeing some fire there. Riptide does go down there, got a good number. Oh, may see a bark here. Does not get a bark there. Magenda's Peacekeepers now shooting up, trying to stall out. Orc they're trying to charge him forward, trying to get some crushes on there. Good intercept there. Get some good crushes there. But the MCV and the Orc are 2 and not 1. But the Orc will go down there. Gets another kill, crush there. Oh, here, Yell's advancing forward with some Javelin troops with their kidney wall suckers there. Does take out both those Riptides once again. And good bomb splits there, and the last 2 bombs go into another Pure Warrior. Great bomb splits. Magenda's Peacekeepers getting some great splash damage there, now getting crushed. And now Magenta does take out a Javelin troop there before being crushed by the Guardian tank. Guardian tank eyeing for more crushes. Or maybe not. Red's now advancing forward with some more Peacekeepers and Guardian tanks, and now some Javelin troops. There's advancing forward with these Bullfrogs, as well as Bears, as well as Mechatengus. Clock Tower and Tesla Coral being pulled out by Blue, very nice. Zion's MCV could push forward as well. There's a good hits there on that multi-gunner turret there, does sell off there for a bit of refund. Red's force here does get barked on. Prospector here has been rebuilt and received quite a bit of damage there. And that is Desolate Airstrike trying to disintegrate this Prospector. I think one of the infantry units may have got noted there. Magenda's just sort of having trouble maintaining a good front line. He's unable to just keep these Riptides alive due to all the Vindicator bombing runs. And now got this Guardian tank picking off some of these Riptides once again. Down south looks like or just trying to turret push or sentry gun push. Got these Apollos flying about, trying to freeze down some Magenta's force. Magenta needs a hand. Just having trouble dealing with all of the Vindicators. And he's lost so many infantry units and so many Guardian tanks there. Purple may get knocked out of the game. Does shrink down one of the hammer tanks there. There's a flak tower and a Tesla coil here. Does get shrunken once again. And right now the Leech Beam's not being activated. We got a Crowd Blast right there. And some freezes there, very, very nice. And now almost all that infantry forces went down there. Got a bit of harassment there on Orange Refinery line. Magenta is still alive for now. MCV got a naval yard here. There's Magenta's MCV trying to be repaired on up, using his teammates to repair base defenses for defense. It does take out that multi-gun turret there. Cyan and Blue now advancing towards the center. We'll find a whole bunch of Bears spectating them. He does get some good shrinks there, including on his own MCV. We got some Cryocops here, and now got the Bullfrogs rolling on forward. Looks like they're hitting all the air forces, not really focusing anything individual at the moment. And we got a good number of hammer tanks now, releasing down hammer tanks. Cyan has some tank busters here. It's going to be very, very important to deal with these hammer tanks. He's one of them out there. Blue has some Bears in the region, and the Mechatengus landed on the ground. Magenta losing a lot of stuff here once again. Were those Athenas? No, those were Guardian tanks. It looks like maybe Red lost a whole bunch of stuff to a Cryo Blast. Point defense drone deployed onto Cyan and Blue's force there, so got some hammer tanks with some rare point defense drones above them. Clock tower being pulled out on field, trying to provide some more anti-aircraft coverage. Now I got the Terror drone snaring the Terror drone, which is snaring a shrunken hammer tank with a point defense drone, which is the point defense drone remained tiny there.
A tough guy, huh?
Now I got the hammer tank getting leached down. And this MCV is backing on up, crushing a lot of these Javelin troops there. Magenta still in the game, has both Prospectors still there. He doesn't have a power plant, but he still has good income. It has another power refinery there, so Magenta is battered and bruised, but not out of the game, and can still easily get back in the game. Got a Desolate Airstrike there. Blue's backing off the region. Cyan has expanded forwardly as well, and the Soviet and Blue's expanded forwardly as well. We got a single tsunami tank there, Heroic, trying to gun down some of these Prospectors. Red's now advancing forward once again, trying to finish the job. And starting to focus down some of these corner wall segments. Does do a good job of focusing on those javelin troops there. Did not finish off this one. And now, and the bear gets frozen as well. Blue's now facing forward. Bullfrogs got shrunken, which makes it really easy to engage the air forces there. Shrunken bullfrogs are basically neutered, but there are some friendly jet tangus in the air.
Who's looking for a good pounding?
Some of these hammer tanks are starting to be dual wielding. This both of Magenta's bases have been destroyed. He does put a command hubs there, which is actually quite nice in order to prevent your opponent from expanding out there. He's got the command up. Good satellites there. Gains some good hits there onto Orange's barracks. And now Blue's going to smash his way forward. Has a good number of bullfrogs here for escort. Taking out some of these individual hammer tanks there. Good number of his own hammer tanks are dual wielding, as I mentioned beforehand. Actually, just the one right there. But now it does have Emperor's Rage there, increasing rate of fire there. Does lose a couple of these jet tankers to the MiGs, but the bullfrogs do take out the MiGs. Orange's base not being cleaved through. Magenta still has a seaport here. We can pull out some hydrofoils as well as more riptides. It looks like he does go ahead and get leached a little bit there with that paradrone. Though the damage output seems really, really low. Like, is that hammer tank not even sustaining damage? Seriously, look at that. Yeah, he's not sustaining any damage. What the hell? Is that one of his own terror drones inside? Look at the health bar. It is not changing. There's some sort of weird interaction there. Do not have the crowdcopters being pushed on in. There's a good number of defensive bullfrogs here. Got these forces charge on forward. Trying to crush some of these infantry forces and immediately gets shrunken down. And some of these hammer tanks will get frozen as well. Red still has a significant amount of infantry here, but looks like he will get all cleaned up. But Blue doesn't have a whole lot left. Actually, no, a lot of the hammer tanks are just shrunken down. Prospector
that ain't cool, man.
is still alive there. Hydrofoils getting some great weapon jamming there. It does get some of them still bombed there because they can only have jammed so many weapons. Orange has expansion over here. He may be eyeing for something heavy out in sea. Probably just some Akula subs. Blue has, and Cyan has a decent force still in the center, and now the blue MCV is now advancing over to the left. Red, oh wait, this is, wait, what? Yellow has infrastructure here and here? Oh, of course this is his base, but he has infrastructure up here as well. Okay, that's a little bit confusing. Got Crowd getting right there, getting a good amount of freezing done, as well as Desolate Airstrike. Desolate Airstrike apparently does damage wall segments? I didn't realize Desolate Airstrike does damage wall segments. Oh, does it only damage frozen wall segments? Wait, so you get hit by both. Yeah, when they became unfrozen, they don't get damaged. So, frozen wall segments get damaged by Desolate Airstrike? I've never heard about that combo before. There's a lot of weird things happening in this game. Terror drones not doing damage. Desolate, weird interaction between frozen and desolated units or structures. Bears receive some damage there. But these forces start making their way up north. Got some frozen tanks here. And some of these shrunken tanks are starting to see some hits there. And Red's infrastructure starting to go down. There was a Prism Mirage tank there. And there is a fully heroic Prism cannon here. Good ball hits there by the aircraft carrier. Who's now making his way down south. Red's base has been cleaved through. Yellow's base has been cleaved through. Orange's base has been cleaved through. Which Genta's starting to rebuild in this game. Very nice. And over here do have, looks like, some frozen units. I do now have a Tesla core being pulled out over here. We'll receive some fire and probably a good idea to cancel it. And this force advancing forward, trying to get some damage on these ore fires. Science has lost a bit of his infrastructure there and decides to not engage the cool sub. Decides not advance, or yellow's not advancing forward on magenta's base. Looks like the Soviet players signed to deploy out a flak tower and a Tesla coil. Having trouble hitting these peacekeepers with the black hole armor nearby. Does cancel the black hole armor time. Needs to get that towards a repair yard in order to get it repaired on up. Cryocoppers now receiving fire from these bullfrogs and likely should go down. I don't think the bullfrogs can crush a shrunken assault destroyer. War refinery does go down right there. Red's now advancing forward of a tier 3 army, and Law's base defenses are going down. Does have a flak tower there, gains good damage to the heroic one, and does not get shot down there. The heroicness does save him. Frozen prism cannons cannot one-shot or shatter frozen structures and units, but still just do good damage. Aircraft carrier getting jammed. There's a dolphin there, which can't be jammed. Riptide does go down there. And now you got the MCV receiving quite a bit of damage right there. And these bullfrogs getting hit as well. Red's just cleaving through Blue's base at the moment. Only has a twin blade here for defense. Magenta's NCV is backing out of this region, relocating once again, but still has the refineries up and going in. Blue has some defenses over there to support him. There's a bit of defenses everywhere. Green's now, or Blue's now engaging. There's still fully heroic prism cannon right there. Finish off some of these forces as well. Got two shrunken hammer takes there, and the heroic prism cannon does get shrunken down. And now he's freezing down the prism cannon one. The other ones that I've covered, that's the dual wielding gun one. There's a machine gun one here as well. These hammer tanks are just backing on off. So that's the prism cannon. Trying to release down in the sky. The shrunken one that's shrunken is the prism cannon one. There's even more shrinks there. More hammer tanks advancing on forward. Let's get cash bounty over there. Trying to deal with this super reactor. He may actually blow up some prism tanks there, giving a massive cash bounty to Blue. And does pick up himself another prism cannon there, I believe. Nope, picks himself a machine gun. Trying to release down another prism cannon there. And I think he just got another prism cannon. It's hard to tell sometimes. Let's shoot down both those cryocoppers there. We got cryo getting right there. And Blue needs to start selling off this infrastructure. Yep, and it looks like all this is going down. Blue has not sold off. And Magenta's Riptide does go down there. Orange has a pretty sizable navy here. Bullfrog, Twin Blade, and Stingray. A weird navy, honestly. Here takes an advance forward. It's going to now efficiency on these forces. So the command hub there, get another heroic hammer tank. And level 2 satellites do crash on the ground now. EMP missile does connect on these hammer tanks there. That could be a massive problem. Now got the crowd getting me plugged through as well. That is a spy. He tried to get those units right there. And now he's just going to destroy off those units there with his Peacekeeper. It was actually a great idea to go for a spy right there. That could have got him some really valuable units. Is there toxic corrosion on this Rush tank? No, it's not. Magenta space here, it has been cleaved through. Magenta still has an airfield here, has something queued up on the primary queue. Now the Assault Destroyer is going to be taking out this Prospector over here. We do have, let's say, Stingray taking out another Prospector. Or Ore Collector. Mirage takes now advancing on forward. Getting some good damage all across the line. Orange's ground armies, or naval, air. Orange's army is advancing from the sea. It's fully amphibious. After all, Twin Blades don't care if they're above air or ground. Science base has been cleaved through. We got a Psionic Decimator deployed by Cyan. He needs to pull out some more instant generators. Instant generators have been deployed on the field. Maybe go for a couple extras just in case. Bullfrogs and Sharker VX is now advancing down south. Magenta doesn't have a whole lot left. There's Magenta's MCV eyeing to pull out expansion, but yeah, Magenta may be knocked out of the game soon. The Carter missiles there. Magenta just needs to perhaps advance towards Orange's old base. There's at least 9,500 credits right there. It's a good flak fire there, taking out another Twin Blade. Oh, here got an aircraft carrier. Receiving some torpedoes. It's fully heroic. Ultra torpedoes do connect. It takes out that core collector. That's what I'm looking for. Takes out all of those Mirage tanks there. You got the hammer tank moving around. Does get picked off by the infantry forces. And Magenta does lose his MCV. He still has an airfield and a power plant. And oh, Magenta. Wait, the Soviet player back in the game gave all the infrastructure to Magenta. That means this ally. Now all this belongs to Cyan. All this belongs to nobody. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.